as you know, Greg, I mean, all of your fellow members at XPX are actually advisors to these businesses. And so I think it'd be helpful if you'd share a few takeaways that, kind of some of the key lessons that apply to advisors. What should they know about this topic?
Sure. And we actually, again, have sections. I have sections of the book on kind of working with advisors, which more from the assumption that if you're a broker or a day-by-day advisor, you may know a lot of this, but an awful lot of the valuation and accountants who I know, they're the first place an owner comes to. And so a lot of my advice is also geared towards how do they work with advisors and how do they work with their owners in this transition. And, I would say, I think the first major issue is, emotion is a big thing in the advisory process. I kind of call it the red sports car. When you walk into an auto dealership, you head over and look at the red sports car. That's your emotion kind of catching what you'd like to do. Then you go over and, depending where you are in life, look at the minivan or look at the SUV but emotion sort of brings you over to that sports car. And that's a huge part of the advisory process. Valuation, again, is very logical. You're trying to take the emotion out of it. But when an owner is going to sell what may be their favorite child, and certainly the one they've spent the most time with, and the last one still at home with them, I've felt at times like I'm trying to arrange a wedding for the favorite daughter of the owner. And so learning to listen, learning to ask questions that will deal with what am I going to do next? How do I speak to my other professionals, maybe even my wife? How do I start to have these conversations? How do I deal with how this is going to affect me and what I'm going to do next? Because I find a lot of professionals' conversations are sort of couched in, you're going to get 3 times what you make in a year. You make a lot of money. Why would you do that? That's about the only thing that's really easy for that owner to understand. It's pretty simple math. It's all these other things of, what is my life going to look like? How am I going to hand off the business so that it really works for everybody, including, my employees, my suppliers, the people who've made this, work alongside me.